friends, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I've been here on YouTube for 6 years, sharing my life, talking about tea. Today is completely different though. I'm not sure I've ever been more excited to do a haul. My husband and I just got back from Italy, and one of our big goals while we were there is I wanted to bring home a souvenir from an Italian designer, and Gucci's really special to me. When my grandma passed away, I inherited a Gucci bag from her that I absolutely love, but it wasn't something I chose for myself. So on this trip, it was going to be the first time that I pick out like a luxury bag for myself. Like, I'm lucky to even have one from my grandma, but it's such a special feeling to be able to like go and look and choose one that's for me, for Dana, for my 30th birthday. So I wanted to show you guys what we got because I was just planning to get a bag, but we admittedly lost our minds just a little bit and we each got some really cool stuff. In Europe, designer bags and like designer goods are cheaper than they are here because they have to be imported to America. So if you buy it in Europe, you're gonna save a couple $100s because they don't have to import it, so that cost is no longer a factor. Also, you can get a tax refund, which we did, and it's admittedly a bit of a hassle to do, but we did save a couple $100s that way too. So it's definitely worth it to get to the airport early and go through that process. So we flew into Rome and I was so eager to look at Gucci, and so was my husband. My husband isn't one of those guys that like hates shopping. He loves shopping. His grandma is a fashion designer actually. She owned a dress shop in the Philippines. So he's always been around shopping and women and fashion. So this wasn't a case of like, oh, we have to go to the designer stores. No, we were both so excited. So our first night there, we went to the Gucci store by the Spanish Step. The way it's set up there is a men's and like unisex store, and then there's like the women's store. So there's two separate lines to get in. And since we wanted to look at my stuff, we're like, let's go in the women's one, and then when we come out, we'll go in the men's. And I wasn't sure if I was ready to buy that night or if I wanted to like think on it, because originally we were gonna go to this store on the second day that we were in Rome, but we got so excited, so we went the first day. So we went in and we're looking around. They greet us. There's an employee that like walks around with you and like makes it really special. Like you can ask questions and they're here to like talk to you and show you things. And then there was like a specific bag I really wanted to see that wasn't on display. So we asked like, do you have that bag? And they did. So I got to see it and I was looking at it, and it was the round bag. I can pop up a picture. And I was looking at it and I'm like, I'm just not sure I like the gold hardware. I like the stripe, I like the shape of it, but I just felt like the gold, like the bright gold, was really throwing me off. So I was like, you know, we'll come back to it. There was another bag I looked at that was like a little more than I wanted to spend, and it wasn't really what I wanted. Like, I really wanted like an everyday bag that I could wear with casual things, dressed up. I didn't want something that's like only for a special occasion, you know? Like I had something in mind that I wanted, but didn't know which one. So I wasn't really seeing like the bag, but I was like kind of trying to convince myself. I'm like, yeah, I like this one, but I'm not sure. So we headed back into the shoe section where I met the love of my life as shoes. If you know me, you know I don't wear heels. I just won't. My husband and I are like the same height, so I don't have to ever wear heels. I used to work at like a modeling and acting school where we had to wear heels when we worked, and it was like just awful. I don't believe in it. It's a very rare occasion that I'm gonna put on a pair of heels. So for me, these shoes, let me just show you, because spoiler, I got them, but there's a whole story. These shoes, I've never seen such gorgeous shoes. They have the bumblebee on the back. They are a chunky loafer which I love. I love a chunky shoe, and the horse bit in the front, which is iconic for Gucci. And then the inside has this like blue floral, which no one will see, but it's just a special like luxury touch for me. And the bottoms are nice and grippy. But the B is really like the thing that got me. Like I was in love. I was immediately, I can't live without these shoes. But the problem was they didn't have my size. They only had like a really too big, just way too big. And I tried them on and I was like, I'm obsessed. I love these shoes, but I can't justify this price or any price, even if they were like $20 shoes. I'm not gonna buy shoes that don't fit. So I left real upset. I was like on the verge of tears. I was like, should I just buy the bag? And I'm like, I don't love the bag. My heart's not set on it. So I was just so sad. And Gerald was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll look at like the unisex side because like I saw some bags through the window that like I think you'd like. And I'm like, you know, whatever, try not to think about it. Like heartbroken. I'm like, maybe I'll just buy something vintage. Like I'll go to like a vintage shop here and, you know, weighing my options. But then we went back the next day and I went and looked at the guys' shoes. My husband wanted to buy some shoes too, but he was like, you know, on the fence. The men's shoes were like so much cuter. Like they had so many more like chunkier loafers than I saw in the women's section. So an employee came up to us and was like, hey, like, did you want to see these shoes? And I was like, yeah, but like, do you have really small sizes? Like, do you have the equivalent of like my size? And I told her the story, like, you know, I fell in love yesterday with these shoes, but you guys don't have them. And she said, which one are they? Let me do a double check. Let me look it up. Long story short, this lady found them. She found me my size and I tried them on and my heart was so full and I knew that these were meant to be mine. Like like it just makes no sense why one day we went there, they didn't have my size. The next day we went back and they did. So literally like felt like a miracle to me to be able to bring home something that I am so in love with. Like look at the shine on them. Like look how gorgeous, and look at the B. I love the B. So then was my dilemma because my plan was to bring home a bag. I wanted a Gucci bag, but I was in love with the loafers. And Gerald encouraged me, my husband encouraged me to go look at the bags. He still thinks I should get a bag. And I found this one. It is the classic like Gucci print. My grandma's has like the G's like this, but it's all black. So I wanted something different, and has gold hardware, but it's so much more subtle, and an adjustable brown strap. And it's exactly what I wanted. It's actually a unisex bag, so it's not like exclusive for women. Like men could buy this bag too. Honestly, men could buy any bag. Every bag's a unisex bag. There's no reason why bags have a gender, but it was in like the unisex section. I don't mind that it's like a little more like less leaning feminine, because I feel like it'll go with more. I can again wear it like more casual, but then I can wear it with like a cute little dress, which I did so much in Italy. So yeah, I was like, what am I gonna do? Is it crazy to get both? Should I not get the shoes? Should I not get the bag? But Gerald encouraged me. So I went home with both things. And of course, Gerald did not go home empty-handed from that store. He got the wallet, which I'm gonna have to put a clip because of course he's using it and carrying it. But it's kind of romantic because he got the Bumblebee wallet, the black leather with the gold B on it. And of course I have the B on my shoes. So it's like, we got matching, which I think is really sweet. I haven't had the chance to wear my shoes yet because I'm a little nervous about like wearing them outside. Probably would have been fine in Italy because it's so clean and beautiful in the cities and everything, but I haven't worn them yet in public or outside at all. But the bag definitely got its use. I'll pop up some outfits. So I was using it out and about, and I had just bought a Kate Spade wallet before we left for our trip, just like a little card holder. And one day I went to go pay for something and I took my Kate Spade wallet out of my Gucci bag, and I just knew that Gerald was gonna say something because he likes to match brands. Like, he likes to wear, if he's wearing Nike shoes, he likes to wear Nike socks. Like, it's just who he is. And I just knew, like, the moment I took it out, I was like, okay, he's gonna say something, you know? And he, lo and behold, did. He's like, no, we need to go to another Gucci store and see about getting you a matching wallet. And like, it's just crazy. Like, he's a dream come true. My husband and I have been together since we were 17. We've had so many phases together. He moved to America from the Philippines when he was a teenager. So he really is like the American dream. And it's wild, like, growing up together, like falling in love when we're like literally teenagers and getting to the point where we're both 30 and he's like spoiling my ass at Gucci. Like, sometimes I think it's almost unfair that not only do I have like true love, like my Prince Charming, the love of my life, my perfect match, but like also we've reached this phase where we own a home together, we're grown-ups together, we're able to travel internationally finally together, and that I am like getting spoiled this way for my birthday. It's crazy. I mean, it's like, oh, it was worth the wait, but it wasn't really a wait. Every moment has been amazing. Like, we've always been so happy together. And like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy that he was like, let's go back to Gucci. Let's go to another Gucci store. We actually went to the Gucci Garden, which is it's like near where we were staying by the Piazza della Signoria in Florence. And it is a museum, and also they have special things there that they don't have in the other Gucci stores. So something that was tempting, they had these cool like limited edition bags. I don't know if I took a photo, but I'll pop one up if I have one. There was one with mushrooms on it that I was like, ooh, you know, had I not bought something already. There was a whole section that was like a gift shop kind of vibe where they had like postcards and like books and things, and they had some clothing and jewelry and just different things. But we didn't see a wallet that we really loved. There was one with a bat on it, but they were sold out in like the card holder version, which is what I like. And while we were there, we decided to check out the museum, and it was really, really interesting. This is kind of embarrassing, but all the historical museums in Italy, and the only museum we went to was the Gucci Garden Museum. But it was really cool. It was really artistic, really unsettling feeling. It was interesting. I'm glad we went. I really am. But we left without buying anything from there. We just had the experience of checking out the museum, which was definitely worth it. It was only €8 to do the museum. I feel like if they had the same exact experience in Chicago that we did there, it would be like $40 a person. You know, like, it was so cheap to do and worth it. It was fun. It was very like concept driven. Like, it wasn't just like, I would have been content to just look at clothes and look at shoes and things, but it was very conceptual and explained like the concepts for the different collections, and very artistic, really cool. But then in search of a wallet, we checked out another Gucci store. And when we got there, we found out that it was actually like the flagship Gucci store, the first one ever. And they had so much more than the one in Rome had. They had everything in stock. They had like a whole kids section. So another real tempting thing was there's like fairy bags, like those fairies from the book. They had like a strawberry like messenger bag that's like intended for kids, but the employee we were with told us that she's never sold it to a child. She's only ever sold it to like whimsical grown-ups such as myself. But that was tempting. And just seeing the little clothes, oh my God, so cute, so impractical. Kids grow so fast that to spend that kind of money would be insanity, but so cute, just so precious. But I real quickly found the wallet I wanted. I went with this one. just a simple card holder. There was one that like perfectly matched the bag, like had the same color leather and everything, but I didn't like it as much. I debated on getting like the round like striped bag like this with the stripe, and with like the gold was too much for me on the bag. But since like I really did like the stripe and this matches pretty well, I decided to go with this one. And I like that it matches, but it's not like exactly the same to the point where it's boring. Like it has like a little something something extra. And then they did have the men's loafers in stock that they didn't have at the Spanish Steps. So Gerald tried them on and like fell in love. The moment they said the price, he was like all in, because we've looked at home and it's so much more expensive to buy it at home. So he went ahead and picked those up, and I'll insert some clips because of course he's wearing them in the office. So now we have matching Gucci loafers. We both have wallets, and I have my perfect everyday Gucci bag. And I feel like being 30, I'm just like prepared to invest in myself and invest in some nicer things. I've worked a lot on like my self-esteem this year, and finally I'm at the place where I'm like, okay, I deserve good things. Like I never would spend money before, and like I feel like this trip was just kind of a turning point into a new phase for us. We went on a trip to New York last year, and I felt like that then too, but I still had a lot of like self-esteem work to do to like build myself up to like where I'd be comfortable getting items like this and wearing them, and like knowing I'm like worthy of wearing special things like this. And honestly, everybody is. So if you love fashion and you want to invest in a luxury piece, do it. You deserve it. If you have a partner who loves you and supports you and like wants to drape you in luxury items and wants to spoil you, let them, because honestly you deserve it. But anyway, that is my Gucci haul from when we went to Italy and lost our damn minds and spent way too much in Gucci. Oh, but I did want to say the way it worked out financially with the tax refund, it's like we got our wallets for free is what Gerald said. Like the discount that we got, or the refund that we got back on the taxes covered the wallets. So it's like we got free wallets. So it makes me a little better to think about it that way. We've waited a long time to be able to do things like this. I know my grandma would have been so excited to see us shop like this if she were still here. And yeah, it's something that made us really happy to be able to do. And I can't wait for like the fall outfits with my loafers and to go out on a date where like we both wear our Gucci loafers. It's gonna be so fun. Oh, and I did want to say too, I really recommend if you're going like to Rome, Florence, you're doing both of those places, skip the Spanish Steps one, because they were out of so many things. And then like the Flagship store in Florence was the first Gucci ever. The employee who helped us was so sweet. It was like empty in there, so much less crowded. Like she knew, like I told her, I'm only getting this wallet, but can I look around? And she still like took the time to walk around with us. She showed us the kids section knowing that I probably wasn't gonna buy anything. So she was really, really sweet, really awesome, and gave us a really wonderful experience. The lady in Rome did too. I appreciate her so much for like coming through and finding my loafers in my size. I can't thank her enough for that. But yeah, just go into these stores knowing that like you're worthy of being there. I know sometimes it can feel like intimidating or weird, but you deserve to be there whether you're planning to buy or not. And they love to talk about the brand. That's why they work there. They love to show things and, you know, go and enjoy it whether you're buying something or not. But yeah, I do say skip the one in Rome, go straight to Florence and shop there, because it's like there's multiple levels and there's so many shoes and everything. It's incredible. It's a big, beautiful store. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my Gucci haul and hearing a little bit about my experience shopping Gucci in Italy. Hopefully it won't be the last time. But I really want to stick to like, if we're going to Italy, I want to buy an Italian designer. If we're going to France, I'll buy a French designer. You know what I mean. So I hope that you and your families are all staying safe and healthy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.